Sauce Walka was only shot in the leg. Allegedly, Sayso was assassinated. Now, they were saying that because of the insurance policy, Sauce Walka was trying to obtain the money from it, and that's why Sayso P was assassinated. They're claiming, his people are claiming it has to do with Sauce Walka. That's some pretty strong claims.
That
we
definitely
don't know
is.
if that's true or not, but we will keep you updated on the story as it comes out, you know?
That's crazy right there.
That is super crazy. And I did say, after the shooting, he did sound a little too not sad. Didn't your people just die? Like, why do you sound like that?
It gives me memories and flashbacks of when people said just because, you know, Suge was in the car with Pop, you know what I mean? Like, he still had something to do with it. Like, it reminds me of that.
But it's ironic how he was only shot in the leg and this guy was gunned down.
Yeah, I saw the video. That's
So of course, and like I said, that was L'Oreal on her show on the because they was basically sitting here saying like you out of pocket, like you on a radio station. You're not just some random person making TikTok hypotheticals or whatever the case may be. Like you got an actual job, and of course, I mean, like we said, L'Oreal be having videos that go viral, so people pay attention to her show. So for her, and I believe it's broadcast in Atlanta on like one of them stations in Atlanta. And you said it's even on 93.9. So for her to sit here and come on you're on a syndicated radio show to sit here and say something that you hearing. You're repeating what you seen people say on Twitter. Like that was kind of out of pocket. And for realistically, like that was just like he from Memphis. He lived in Memphis. Like if you watch, like he had a video. He was shooting a video in Memphis. So for you to sit here and come out and say something like that, that's kind of crazy. Like, bro, you ain't supposed to repeat no he say she say you seen on Twitter. You ain't hear nobody say that.
But even looking at the video and how I saw the video, I'm kind of like skeptical about it too, though.
How? Because, what you mean? You seen him? You seen him get shot and him drag himself away off the screen? What you talking about?
But somebody said that they stood over top of him when they realized it was him. That's
but that was just somebody just talking. They didn't know neither. They wasn't there.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that, like I said, what I'm hearing on social media, and then when I saw the video, it's like, damn, well, you got away. I thought a gunman stood over top of you and was about to kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that was just that was somebody who wasn't even there.
Right, and I feel, but that's. We all report that way.
Yeah, but you cannot be on. It's a difference between you can't just sit here. She making it seem like this was a fact. Like this is not a fact. You can't. Again, you can sit here and say, "Oh, our people on social media are speculating," but she making it seem like his people say that. Ain't nobody related to him say that. His mother came out and made a statement, like literally what we record on Sunday. So his mother came out and said something on Monday and was like, whatever the case may be, even the money situation. His mom was like, "Nah, that whole he owed somebody or he ran off on 200,000." His mom is saying that's not even true. But that's the only person that came out and say something. Like even on this video, when I just played the joke, the screenshot or the tweet was like from a relative of his. The girl said, "I'm his cousin. Ain't nobody in our family." Didn't again. L'Oreal reported on this this was probably the first thing Monday morning, and nobody came on. So she's like, "Why are you saying he's saying the family? Nobody in our family has spoke." So it's a difference. Like yeah, of course, we played the clip of Rainwater saying, you played the clip. That's somebody, and that person ain't affiliated with him. He not there. He's somebody from Texas. This happened in Memphis. So that's my whole point is like, if you're going to speak on these stories, then speak on them and give all the scenarios and everything that's going on via social media. The same way, even when we just did with the young scooter thing. Okay, we played with this doctor thought, and the doctor explaining how he could pass. Then you play the police report. Play him, and then you can give your opinion, but don't sit here and say like this ain't like she was talking like this damn near was a fact, and you can't be on somebody's radio station talking about he say she say from Twitter. Like you're getting like you're supposed to be professional. You're getting paid for this. You are not somebody randomly on TikTok talking to their phone just saying something. And again, that goes kind of just how people take everything. I know how people take everything because somebody got a job. You take their voice at fact. Like people look at even with Stephen A. Smith, and we can talk about that in a minute. Like how he tried to sit here and say, "Oh," and he had to come back and apologize and sit here and try to say LeBron wasn't at Kobe Bryant's funeral. That was a whole lot, and it was so crazy because I do like this about Twitter when niggas sit here and just say random stuff, and it's not, Twitter got the little fact checker thing, so it's like if you say something and enough people flag it, they'll put the real facts, and it was like LeBron James was there, he just didn't want to be on camera. But that's not, you're Stephen A. Smith. There's no way in hell you supposed to, you on ESPN, you on a whole national TV television show telling a bald-faced lie. But
that's why y'all, everybody go click when they hear that stuff. That's what I'm saying. You don't hold people accountable for presenting facts. You just go for because that person is that. All right, whatever you say, it's true. But that's how journalists and reporters are. Even like I said, every time something comes up, or this was such and such. Nobody go back and be like, well, damn, this will actually happen. Nobody apologizes for it. They report it. Just like on the news when they report shit and they don't say, oh, well, you know, that was wrong. That's not the right thing. Unless you do your actual research, or if you don't hold them, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go by everybody's word. And that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, she just doing her job.
Yeah, but you can't do your job. That's not doing your job. Like, doing your job is actually doing the research and figuring out, or just reporting what happened.
But I'm pretty sure how many people have. Oh, well, damn, this was like the fight today between Minnesota and Detroit. Mm-hmm. We not there, but let's just say we started reporting. Be like, oh, well, yeah, I heard such and such called him, you know, blah blah blah. That's just going off of, well, damn, we was wrong, you know, such and such. But
listen to what I'm saying, though. If you, again, I hear what you're saying, but even if you tied into Stephen A. Smith, that is the reason why Gilbert Arenas' podcast is so popular. That's the reason why Jeff Teague podcast is so popular. That's the reason why Draymond Green podcast is popular. That's so why Paul George podcast, because guess what you end up doing when you do that? And I've been telling y'all that a million times. These people just got good jobs. I don't take nothing that they say outside of you got a job, and I can tell when you pushing the narrative. And what Stephen A. Smith did to LeBron James with that Kobe thing, he just proved to you that you can't really just take what none of these people say at these networks because they work at still a job. You still get a check from ESPN. This is not you. Like, you lose credibility from your audience. You literally just prove to your audience, like, oh, how can I trust anything else you say? Because you literally just lied to us.
But that's why I feel like in today's society, what do you really believe? The news can put whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody do it. I think it's more so how you dress it up. If I add a little bit more news clips, more facts, then all right, you might believe it. But everybody dresses up a certain type of way.
Nah, I think there's some people who speak with real integrity and that's why people love. Perfect example. That's why people love Joe Rogan. I'm not saying he could. He could lie, but I think more people love Joe Rogan because 90% of the time his stuff come off as authentic or what he believes, and he don't. And guess what? Even if he's saying something wrong, he don't make it seem like what he's saying is law. When some of these people talk, when you talking and you trying to make it seem like what your words is law and it's a fact, and you know for a fact it's not a real fact, it's your opinion, it's opinion based, or is he say based, then let it be known like, hey, I'm hearing people say this via social media. Don't make it seem like you got like, cause what the word she used and why people got upset is because she said the family came out and said this, and basically you sitting here and listen to what she said. She sit here and made it seem like Sauce Walka needed insurance money. Now, if you follow Sauce Walka's page, ain't nothing about Sauce Walka, the way he give it up or the way he carry himself or move it, you think he needs some insurance money from a rapper that nobody don't know getting killed? Are we being serious? Like, nothing about, I'm talking literally nothing about Sauce Walka. You can go watch any clip of Sauce Walka. Nothing about him, how he move, how he give it up, what makes it here and think he doing. Basically, what you saying he doing insurance scams. Come on, dog. Like, what are we talking about? That's my point that's why so many people, and that's why people get upset, why people like academics. But academics, at least, he give it to you. I'm going to play this clip, and I'm going to give you my opinion. But I'm going to do my and he even be on his jump where he just you see him literally on his live stream doing the research, Googling and picking up the images, and he's showing you, I'm looking for this clip, and here go this, that, and the third. Like, that's why certain people, and that's why people won't understand, like, damn, why do this person got such a big platform? Because he's building up a legit audience, and they understand, like, hey, this person is they're giving us the news, and they just giving us their raw take on it in real time, but they're giving us the news first, and they're giving us our take, not sitting here trying to report news mixed in with your opinion. You can't mix you got to give me the news first and then give me your opinion. Don't sit here and try to mix the news with your opinion. And that's what a lot of these and I guess for sports people, and somebody who just like, I've been told y'all about Stephen A. I was so happy when he did the Kobe thing, because it was like, because so many people love Kobe Bryant, so he kind of tried to like, I know the play he tried to run. He tried to run the play where it was like, I'm gonna use the Kobe fans to get on LeBron for not going to the funeral. But the Kobe fans was kind of like, oh, hold on, though. They gonna do their homework, and they was the ones who even got more mad, because I seen endless people tweet like, damn, that's crazy that Stephen A. try to use my favorite basketball player as like the scapegoat, because you was trying to use the Kobe fans to kind of go crazy on LeBron. Like, bro, that to me was just wow. And that's one of the reasons why I'm like, bro, you can't, I don't pay ESPN no attention anyway. But anyway, staying on the Sauce Walka thing, I'm gonna play this clip from Sauce Walka, because he did an interview, and people kind of was like surprised on his take on his response on how this was like his first interview after being shot, like literally still got the same jacket on and everything.
Is us to take your life, and sometimes all these people are willing to do the extreme to take from you.
Extreme.
That's the part you also have to incorporate. These people are willing to do the extreme to take your belongings or to take your life. And sometimes people, I always think motherfuckers coming at the next black person or the next person in this world, a lifestyle, to take their belongings or to take their valuables. Sometimes it's about taking your life.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I feel like you understand the power that you hold, where you can have right now a lot of chaos going on. But I like how you're turning into something else.
Yeah, I can. If I wanted to, I could have motherfucking 400-500 different men, good men down here from different cities and states, including mine, around here ready to do whatever by snapping my finger in retaliation to what happened to me and my little brother. But as much as it hurt my soul and it really break me down, I'm damn near getting emotional right now thinking about the shit that I can't retaliate because that's not righteous. Because my brother had his own dealings as a man that a nigga gotta respect. And a motherfucker had the opportunity to make me 100% accountable for the same thing that they felt, whatever the situation is, because I still don't know what the situation is with my brother, but whatever it was, they could have held me the same level of accountable that they did him and took my life for no reason the same way, whatever that his was taken for. So at the end of the day, I got to be a man and be an honorable gangster and respect the fact that I put myself in a place where I wasn't supposed to be standing and sitting there, but as a gangster and as a brother, I'm going to stand next to my brother no matter whatever this nigga got going on or whatever his personal beefs or problems is. If we shook hands and became in the same alliance before that, then I got to adapt and adopt your problems to a certain extent too. So I put my name on your face, you represent my company, I represent you. I got to inherit some of your problems. Like, was taking my brother's life really worth it? Is me trying to retaliate approval points for some niggas or for some Instagram comments and some posts, or did you slide for him, this and that? Like, a nigga been doing this shit since a nigga was a teenager, bro, adolescent. You know what I'm saying? Handling this business for the business, standing on the business, laying on the business, leaning on the business. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point is, when does this shit end? What is the fucking trophy for this shit besides a bunch of niggas saying, ooh, you him, that nigga there.
Real talk.
He a demon.
Real talk.
He's stumping. He's stepping for real. He's stumping. Ain't now one of these niggas saying that you stepping or stumping finna help you pay for no lawyers, then I finna take care of your kids. If they see your baby mama heartbroken and fucked up because you in dead or jail, they gonna be the nigga trying to fuck your baby mama and move in your house and sleep on your bed because he wanted to be you that bad, but he couldn't get this bitch while you sitting there in his face. Or while you active and attractive being the man that you is, he could never get this bitch, but he gotta wait for this bitch to be vulnerable and slide in on your shortcomings as a man when he's supposed to be there giving this woman support and being the step uncle, being the godfather, the god uncle, like, you know what I'm saying?
So again, like I said, I'm not mad at what he was saying. I mean, I'm sure for most people, again, it kind of probably catch people off guard, especially because he's a rapper. And I kind of respect it, to be honest, because it's like he's not allowing social media to dictate his emotions or even how he feels. In two ways.
But my only question is, then why keep saying gangster or whatever the case may be? If you said that's.
I mean, he could be just saying that just for the camera, to be honest. I mean,
But how is his rap? That's why I never heard a song from him, so that's why I'm just like, well, how do he rap though?
I mean, because his raps is more. I mean, he raps street stuff, but I think a lot of his rap is more getting money, more player. Like, I mean, let's be clear. He does great at telling stories. I think one of his popular projects, maybe it was almost 2 years ago now. Maybe it was a Ghetto Gospel 3. Like, he really be talking that talk on there. But I understand, just like, I mean, sometimes you kind of, and then I think sometimes if I'm being honest, when you sit here saying, did you know for a fact that Joe, listen to what he was saying. His life could have been gone. He's being honest and vulnerable and being real with himself. Like, bro, they spared my life. I ain't about to sit here like, I wouldn't even, to be honest, if he got on camera and was talking all rah-rah and tough, I don't necessarily know if I would respect him, because they did spare him. Like, you seen them sitting here, like, he got hit and he crawled away off the camera. Like, you seen like that camera angle or that camera view. You seen him get hit and him be able to drag himself out of that camera space, and you watch them dudes get behind that car and gun down his man. So you kind of, if you being a man and you being realistic, you can be honest with yourself and be like, bro, they spared my life because it's nothing. What else? They didn't come back and chase me. They did what they wanted to do with him and got back in the car and they left. So I'm just saying, so I respect him just being honest where it's like, bro, they spared my life. It could have been easily whatever, and whatever dealings and beef that he had, you can watch through that video. It was like they came for a reason. This wasn't like a robbery going bad, or this wasn't like, in the wrong place at the wrong time. You can watch in that video, in that surveillance video, you watch them people come to real life. They came to do what they wanted to do, and they did it and left. I respect him being honest and being real and not coming on the camera and trying to be rah-rah like, oh yeah, you know when I catch them, it's gonna be up. No.
But then my question is, do you feel in fear that they might retaliate on you?
He don't live there, so I mean, you don't never have to go back to Memphis if you don't want to.
Right, you don't have to go back there, but that's my whole thing. Is just like when you're talking about, yeah, my brother this, my brother that, and just like you said beforehand when we was talking about the whole Lord Duck Surf situation, if that's your blood and you know your brother, whatever the case may be, you're not going to let that shit.
I mean, I hear what you're saying about it. That's not his real brother. That's just the way he talked. But that's it. I mean, that's somebody who signed to him. I think that relate, and I think two different things. Again, when you're talking about Lil Durk, his music career, his popularity, the region of rapping, what they stand for and what they represent is completely different. Like even like Houston, and that's not no disrespect to Houston or Houston rappers. Houston's MO, if you go from Mike Jones, Slim Thug, Paul Wall, Chamillionaire, shit, even if you want to tie Bun B and Pimp C into it, none of them guys come off like they make street music, but they don't make gangster music where it's like my whole image and my whole persona is I'm going to kill whoever. Like that's the whole entire Chicago scene. So it's hard to sit here and judge somebody from Houston the way they may behave compared to somebody from Chicago. Like Chicago rappers got popular for sliding on niggas. Like that's drill music started in Chicago because, excuse me, that's how they give it up. So it's like what you hold in. It's almost like. We could tie it into sports. You're not going to judge. You ain't going to judge Anthony Edwards or Shea Alexander the same way you're going to judge Steph and LeBron when they get in the playoffs because they ain't done. Like, that's not what they built their career off of. LeBron James has built his career off of chasing Michael Jordan. He's the GOAT and this, that, and the third. So his level of performance when he get in the playoffs, it's championship or bust anytime the playoffs start. Where, okay, if Minnesota get put out in the first round, all right, it's cool. If Ja get put out in the first round or the second round, oh, cool. Well, at least the Grizzlies made it to the second round. Like there's not no expectations where it's like no, but for Chicago people it's like you got 20 projects telling us what you would do to somebody and how you would slide it. So it's different. So I don't think realistically nobody's going. He's just speaking on saying what people. Of course, random people in the comment section will say anything. Pick your favorite celebrity and you'll see people saying the most outlandish stuff to them in the comment section all the time. So he just speaking ahead of time, but I'm just saying, to me as a man, and if you being real with yourself, knowing for a fact that you literally just a couple days ago face death in the eyes, like you probably seen your life flash before your eyes. I respect him for sitting here saying like, bro, y'all got it. You could have literally took my life. You didn't. It's cool. I'm going to just leave it. It is what it is. Like I ain't got too much. And like I said, he may just be saying that just because it's on camera. Maybe after the camera, he may feel some way completely different, but I'm just going off of what he's saying on camera. I respect it because you being honest and being real. I watched them niggas had machine guns. They could have literally hit that dude and literally he was dragging himself. Like if you watch that video, he didn't get up and run. He was dragging himself off the camera. They could have easily chased him down and gunned him down too. So like, let's not make it like they didn't spare his life. They spared his life. It's on camera. I got two eyes. I watched the video multiple times. So with the way he talking, I respect it because you're speaking as a man who got his life spared. I don't care what you put in no rap song. Like nigga, what this? You were still a man in real life. This happened to you in real life, not on no rap song. So that's different. Like I said, people would not judge him the same way you judge Lil Durk because Lil Durk has made a whole entire rap career off of what he'd do to ops, smoking ops, getting ops. Like, I mean, look what he in jail for now. They trying to put multiple jokes on his belt. So it's just different. That's not, and the crazy thing is that Durk made a rap career off of it, and that wasn't just him rapping. Obviously, look at the charges he facing right now. From multiple different cities. One from him retaliating for his brother in Chicago and him retaliating for King Von in LA. Those two different states he was retaliating for somebody. Like he ain't just rapping. So that's like it's something.
But that's what But that's what I'm saying. I think it's more so of it. Just even with if you using Lil Durk, it's not he pulling the trigger. He paid for hiring, right? That's what he's getting.
Yeah, but even just still for somebody, if your brain goes to even to there, I don't necessarily know. I'm not sitting here saying that he wouldn't do it on his own either.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
because just paying for it is damn near just as bad as you doing it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't know how Sauce Walka rap or how he carries himself. Or
I'm telling you, he's not Lil Durk.
He's not. No, but no, he's not Lil Durk. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think Lil Durk don't rap about like, oh, I ran up on you.
Nigga, you crazy. You better go listen to a Lil Durk song.
No, I'm asking you. I don't know. I don't listen to it. That's why I'm asking you.
Nigga, yes.
Yes, he rap about he raps about him actually shooting.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying with Sauce Walka, and that's what I'm saying when you on that interview. Like I said, if you saying that you're not retaliating, you feel like all right, then what even using that whole gangster? That's my whole thing.
I think I hear what you're saying, but I think the sometimes even being you can take the word gangsta out, but just being a man, sometimes you can just understand where it was just like, all right, somebody else. Let's just sit here and say, let's just sit here and say, all right, I'm take.
No, okay,
all
right,
no. Let's just sit here and say, if this dude really ran off with somebody for 200 bands. It just even as a man, even if you a gangster and you in the streets, you kind of can respect. So you felt somebody respect.
Like, okay. So I get that. So that's basically what he's saying is like. He pretty much had it out for him. Like you was doing wrong shit. You was doing wrong shit.
If we just go off of pure speculation, off of what people sitting here saying what happened or the reason why it happened, let's just keep it on the 200 bands. If we just sit here saying, let's just play the hypothetical game of what they sitting here saying happened. If they saying it happened because of the $200,000, as a man, if I'm a gangster, if I'm somebody in the streets, I understand how much 200 bands is. This ain't. We ain't talking about you took 200 bands from Bill Gates. You talking about you took 200 bands from somebody in the streets. Mm-hmm. Nigga, I can't. What I'm like I said again. You hear them. I appreciate them not taking my life.
No, right. No, and that's what I'm saying. So if that's the case,
I don't care how gangster you are.
And that's the case. Like I said, you was with the wrong person in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Exactly.
No, like I said. Now when you say it like that, because like I said, if you telling me that he took some money from somebody, and you being affiliated with him, like yeah, you spent my life, you could have killed me too,
of course,
for that money, but you didn't. So, but that's what I just said. Like just doing the interview, like why even talk then? Like that's why I feel like
nigga, we just live in an era is constant. The niggas who got locked up in that California stuff last week, I can play clips of them literally still on No Jumper doing phone interviews over the jail phone. Like bro, people just be so geeked in on content, and I'm sure somebody probably paid him to do this interview. I know he ain't just do this interview for free. I'm sure somebody probably hit him up and was like, hey, you want to do this interview? He gonna eventually talk about it regardless. So somebody offer me some bread and be like, hey, I got 5 or I got 10,000. You trying to do an interview real quick? And that's why you keep it, and you can go in the interview and talk about whatever as long as he ain't say nothing crazy, so why not do the interview? He ain't say nothing that's gonna send him to jail. He ain't say nothing that was just like disrespectful. He just being vulnerable and honest. Like I respect. To me, what's gangster is gangster for him to be honest and sit here and say, "Hey, I get it. Y'all spared my life. I'm cool. I don't all right, cool. You can rap and say whatever you want later on, but right now I respect it. Like I'm not mad at him for that. To me, he took not even the high road. He was being a honest man. Sometimes you got to know how to be a honest man. Like the hee-haw, rah-rah shit. Like, I mean, it's cool sometimes. What else?